October 4th, 2021, and I'm back at it. 53 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you don't recognize this, I'm headed to the top of the Hermit Trail. I got a plan, I got a permit, and I am spending an overnight at Monument Creek. As I arranged my pack that morning, I thought about water evaporating off of a crashing wave. Water being picked up by some big cloud. When it's dropped on some high peak somewhere, that's when the adventure begins. Anything can become of that water. It's 7:42, and I'm starting at the top of Hermit Trail. We are at elevation 6,640 feet, 2,024 meters above sea level. Here we go. Notice just how rough and steep this Hermit Trail is. I recommend doing South Kaibab or Bright Angel before attempting the Hermit Trail. Now, the nice thing, of course, with Hermit Trail is you get to be a hermit. You really get to be out here on your own. I'm not going to film as much of this trail because you can see it in my other videos and some of the history. I'm going to try to move fast. I've got a big pack, so I'm not going to be running, but I will be moving down this trail briskly. And the goal is to get to Monument Creek, set up camp, and then I can spend the last hours of daylight having a little nap and exploring the Monument Creek. Tarantula on the trail here. I spooked him. He's in defense mode, but I swear he was just walking, so let's just let this guy be. 8:22, and I'm at the Waldron Junction. This is my first hike where I'm going to spend an overnight in about 2 years. And those other hiking videos I have up, I shot most of those in January of 2020. And in March, before the pandemic, I had lost my father. 2020 was a busy year for me. I moved 3 times. I never really got to stay inside or stay at home. My father never got to see the Grand Canyon. And there's actually a video I ended up making last year about geology, which I dedicated to him, talking about life and death. And what you'll find when you study earth science is that nothing ever really dies. Kind of like my favorite band, NERD. Nothing ever really dies. So these rocks that we're seeing, you know, we've got some sedimentary rock right here in this section. This rock's going to break down, wash back to the ocean, and that's where everything returns to the ocean. That's where this rock is headed. That's where all water is headed to. Any water that falls here is going to make its way to the Colorado, goes back to the ocean, right? So these things just cycle. And in the rock cycle, this will either go back to the ocean, and if those oceans dry up, it'll become another sedimentary rock, or if rock gets buried so low underground it heats up, it becomes magma. So it's like heating metal back down into a liquid, and then a volcano erupts and you got fresh, brand new rock being brought back into the world. So something to think about. The cycles of life. And I really do recommend Grand Canyon if you're going through a difficult time. This place changed my life. It inspired me, it humbled me, and it really makes you realize just how many incredible, beautiful details there are in this world.
This is a dead ocean. I'm walking on top of an ocean that died.
8:30, and I am now at the drippin' Boucher Junction. But again, I'm gonna go right and continue down the Hermit Trail today. And as I talk about times, this is a great reminder not to get caught up on times. I think both my parents really, for some reason, maybe trauma from their childhood or passed down to them, just really lived life in a state of anxiety and fear and anger. And that took a big toll on me growing up. So I'm always trying to remind myself to just relax, enjoy the journey. And I want you guys to know that I'm showing the times just to give you guys an idea, because Grand Canyon is massive and it's hard to get a scale just by showing you the video clips. The times should make you realize how long it's taking me to get to point. My sort of destination or my goal is Monument Creek, and that's like paradise, right? That's like nirvana or heaven at the end of the road. Yet you just can't live your life waiting for that. You have to really take the time, smell the junipers, notice the color of the sun hitting the rocks. Take your time, enjoy every part of the journey, and you will be living in paradise your whole life. Except for when you get pulled over and get a ticket, but that's because you were speeding. So take your time. Notice how smooth this rock is. That's because water flows. And check that out, it hasn't rained in at least a week. And there's actually a puddle of water right there. It's just been an incredible monsoon this year in Arizona. Lots and lots of rain. So remember that, 2021. I hope this is a sign of Arizona's future. Lots of moisture. 8:45 and I'm at Santa Maria Spring. Here's a spring, of course, you want to filter this sitting water, and there always seem to be some tadpoles in there almost any time of year. Santa Maria Spring. We're going. If you guys have been following me on TikTok, you'll know I like picking up garbage in the Grand Canyon. Sometimes you find a man-made object that's not exactly garbage. This right here, my friends, this is a very nice rat sack. Somebody lost it, so tell me in the comments, do you guys think I should look for the owner when I get to Monument Creek, try to generate some good karma? Or finders keepers. What do you guys think? I can see some folks having a break over there on the ridge. I'm gonna hustle and see if I can shed some weight, and maybe one of them lost the rat sack. Important question, guys.
Oh man, what was that the answer?
Did you lose anything?
No, because the group ahead of us.
Okay, I found a rat sack.
Oh.
This one right here.
Yeah, they could. There's about a group of 6 that just left.
Nice. Do you guys know if you might have lost anything off your backpack?
Oh, a hat.
I didn't find a hat.
Oh, dear. What'd you find?
A rat sack. Maybe someone else in the group. I'll check with them.
What color does it look like?
It's this one right here, the orange.
Oh, yeah, that's my brother's. He's down there.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it to him.
They're first timers. They're dropping things.
Yeah.
They've already lost a hat.
Seth,
and,
if you found that hat, we were
actually, you can give it to us
curious.
if you want to.
Yeah.
We'll take it to him.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you
No
pass
problem.
him,
He's just a
say,
little further down. He's
say
just
I
a
have
little-
a gift for
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Hey guys, I found a rat sack. Anyone lose a rat sack? You did?
No.
Oh. Is there more ahead of you?
Not that we know of.
Okay. It's like a mesh metal. You put your food in it so the rats can't eat it. Is your brother's up there?
Yeah.
I gave it to him.
Okay, sweet.
So
Sweet.
you owe him a beer when you get down there. He's carrying your weight for you. Well, rat sack successfully offloaded. And now I continue on. I am getting closer and closer to the Monument Creek. Just over 3 hours and I'm here at the junction. Hermit Creek, Monument Creek. I just came in on that there Hermit Trail. So let's go on Tonto for a little bit and we shall get to the creek.
Come noon, the Tonto Trail is not the best place to be in the Grand Canyon. A local friend of mine likes to say, the sun takes a seat on a throne midway through its arc and stares down upon you, laughing at your misery. Every so often, the Tonto drops down to a creek, and every so often, that creek is still alive. When you do find a living, flowing creek, the water sounds more beautiful than the voice of Enya, and it tastes sweeter than orange soda.
A minute to noon and I'm coming up on the campsites, the pit toilets. So set up camp and then I get to chill out.
From the campsite, you can hear the flowing water bouncing around like it's in some big old party. Down here, there is a lot of life. There's color, diversity, warmth, there's love, there's music. As long as you brought enough food, you're spending a night in paradise. All the water you can drink. Free refills. It's like dipping strawberries into a self generating fondue machine. Just set up your shelter, find your headlamp, kick off your shoes and strap on those sandals. Imagine all the time it has taken for the world to be this incredibly beautiful. Imagine getting to be witness to nature just being what nature wants to be. Your toes greet the water as it playfully makes its way back to the sea. As the water passes through this part of the world, it has revealed and polished a layer of rock that has been long hidden. I DM'd local celebrity geologist Laura Crossey to find out what kind of stone this is. She said it's called the Trinity Pluton, estimated to be 1.7 billion years old.
Somebody's trail mix, you know. I just gotta take it. I can't bear the thought of these animals chewing through this plastic, getting the plastic in their stomach. Oh, I gotta take it. I gotta pack it out. Incredible things are happening below our feet all the time. Look at these granite intrusions in the schist. So that was magma that started pushing through this layer whenever it was long buried underground and is now solidified into granite. It's just amazing. This summer, somebody died in the Grand Canyon during a flash flood. And seeing this layer here, there's mud. There's mud on this way above my head. I'm 6'2", and that mud is splashed above where I can even reach. So you can truly imagine what it would be like to be in here during a flash flood.
I had been hearing stories and chatter ever since I walked into the Monument Creek camp and set up my tent that a person on a river trip was awaiting a helicopter extraction from the Grand Canyon. Rumor had it that this person had been scratched by a bat and had possibly, suspectedly, allegedly, maybe contracted a bat virus. Pretty witchy, if you ask me. And I couldn't help but see the irony as the helicopter passed by Tower of Set. Set, Lord of the Desert, Master of Storms, Disorder, and Warfare, Lord of Darkness, God of Chaos, a constant reminder of our own mortality. Towering over Granite Rapids at the confluence of the Monument Creek and the Colorado River, peering down upon me. Perhaps it's no coincidence that they call him Set, for as the sun sets, darkness falls upon us. When I had arrived at Monument Creek Camp earlier, I had met some other travelers. We spoke about not only the rumors of this bat incident on the river trip, but we spoke about experiences in the Grand Canyon. My new friends told me that this was their third time hiking the Grand Canyon. I told them that I wanted to do this hike down to the Colorado River, but when I returned, we should meet up and do a scorpion hunt with a blacklight.
My theory is that you know how bugs are attracted to light, right?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that was quick. Look at him. Look at that.
So if they glow under this black light, could that possibly mean they glow under like moonlight and then attract bugs to them? You know?
Interesting.
Because they want to catch bugs.
Oh, that's good. Now he's going for Wayne.
He's not shy, is he? Okay. I don't care if you're watching. I'm going to have dinner.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, he's hiding over here. That's cool. Did you get him, Steve? Yeah.
We got Wayne. We got Steve and Granger. So yeah, try that where you take the light away now.
He's gone.
You'd have no idea.
He's not there. There he comes. And he lights up big time. And just disappears. That is awesome.
Now that you guys have seen the black light, it's hard for me to hike without it because you want to know now. Like now you want to know.
Yeah, I put on my shoes. I thought if I'm coming down here scorpions, I'm putting shoes on. But I would recommend that anybody that comes down in the Grand Canyon, bring more water than you think you're going to need, and electrolytes, because it's amazing how much water you have to drink. That's the number one thing. How about you, Steve?
Well, I got a real important one. We discovered that the restrooms down here don't have toilet paper, so you have to make sure you bring enough toilet paper to help yourself out. Granger was rescued today because somebody was leaving, and he offered his toilet paper to him, and we said, sure, we'll take it. So, saved his butt.
Saved his butt, yeah.
Oh my God. Steve, you just reminded me just now. I forgot. I totally forgot. I'll make do. I've got some things in my bag.
Yeah, I think my advice is hiking the Grand Canyon is be sure and stop to take in the scenery instead of trying to take it in while you're walking and not knowing exactly where your feet are being placed. You know? Yeah.
Do one of the
Yeah. That's awesome. It's been great meeting you guys down here, and you guys, for our viewers, you guys are heading on to Indian Garden.
Yes.
So
Go to that tomorrow,
yeah.
miles.
and we're hoping it doesn't rain too hard.
I wasn't kidding. I actually did forget my toilet paper. But I got my first aid kit. Comment below, which one do you think I end up using? I just packed up a wet tent, and I'm thinking I better get going. It's just after 8 o'clock, and some dark clouds are moving in. They are calling for rain. So rain and thunderstorms last night, and looks like more is on the way. So adventure time. Just get out of here. You can see this fog. That fog is actually the rain. The rain is moving in upon me. Time to move.
As I was hiking out, I remembered the words of my new friend Granger. I sat and enjoyed the scene as a river trip went barreling through Hermit Rapids in a rainstorm. It seemed the rain was getting stronger and stronger. Knowing the routine of the Arizona monsoon, I knew I had to get moving and get to the top of the canyon before afternoon, or I could be stuck in the heart of a thunderstorm.
I've made a big change since my last hiking videos, and that is I'm wearing shoes with a little more cushion. I've switched from hiking in the Vivo barefoots to now these Nikes, and these were given to me used by my friend Johannes. So thank you, Johannes. The shoes feel a bit better in the Grand Canyon, having a little more cushion. I'm now here at the junction of the Tonto and the Hermit Trail. So away I go. Hello. All right. I'm at Santa Maria Spring. I gotta rearrange some things. Some things are falling off. And the storm is coming.
Moments of blue sky and firelight beaming from the sun. Moments of baked rock delicately crumbling in the storm, inching their way millennia by millennia back to the ocean. like water, there's a joy in evaporation. To feel your heart bouncing around in your ribcage like a child playing a game. The thing about hiking out of a Grand Canyon is the hardest part comes in the end. When your body is tired, when the air is thinner, when the grade steepens, this is where you find out what you're truly made of.
Waldron Junction. It's really coming down now. I've got maybe 40 minutes and I'm to the car. I'm back and I'm soaked.
I thought about the person who died in the flash flood and about how saddening it would be to have such a dark connotation with a place so beautiful. Like raindrops falling on the mountain peak, we have absolutely no idea which way we'll go. We have no idea how long we'll be able to swim against the current, how long we can keep from going under and returning to the sea. That morning, before I hiked out, I had watched as Wayne, Steve, and Granger ascended the Tonto west. Like water evaporating off the rocks, they floated up to the sky. And I thought about how I may never see them again until we all reach the great ocean. How grateful I am to have shared an evening of laughter with strangers in the depths of the Grand Canyon.
GrandCanyonTV. GrandCanyonTV.